the turnover ratio in her career last season. Clark gets away with a little push. Ball away, buries it. And a little reaction for the crowd.
And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will tip inside and lay it in.
Standing their role, especially if it's going to be as a primary defender, is important.
Mitchell, a three, is!
The WNBA offseason is really heating up. The Indiana Fever is in the news with some big moves that are getting ready for an exciting season. This is where basketball happens, and you don't want to miss any of the action. Fever Nation is excited from securing a top player to starting talks about new signings. Think about the excitement of a fresh team ready to take over the league. Subscribe now to keep up with all the exciting updates, because we're ready to go over the biggest offseason moves of the year. Get ready, basketball fans. It's time to jump.
And J.C. Sheldon, in the first quarter when she came in, she made a difference in the game in that time. Lexi Hall, being the defender she is, running through the passing lane, taking it the length of the floor.
For the Indiana Fever are making a strong comeback, and their first playoff game since 2016 is a big step in their return to the game. The team's path back to being competitive was tough. It was driven by hard work, smart changes, and great plays. They had tough opponents, played hard in difficult away games, and won fans over with their strong spirit. Their comeback shows a fresh start for the team and brings back hope and excitement for their loyal fans. But they're not done yet with a new front office led by head coach Stephanie White and GM Amber Cox. The Fever are creating a strong team. They have Caitlin Clark, a great shooter, and Aaliyah Boston controlling the paint. And now big offseason rumors are boosting the Fever's chances even more.
And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will tip inside and lay it in.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here.
Handling the physicality. 5 points off turnovers doesn't hurt either. Again, a post touch for Boston. Boston lays.
After years of tough times, the Fever are back and shining for their fans. Last season, their hard work helped them make the playoffs, ending a 7-year wait that had fans hoping for better. It wasn't easy. Big moments, like their close overtime win against the Chicago Sky, and Caitlin Clark's amazing game against the Sparks, changed everything. The Fever showed they could bounce back during hard away games and found their groove when it counted, coming together for a common goal. These big wins weren't just victories. They showed that this team house has the heart and skill to play with the best. The excitement around the team is strong, with Fever Nation supporting the players as they try to rise among the top teams. The Fever's playoff run last season showed how much they've grown, and fans can't wait to see how this offseason can help them get even better.
Clark had 8 before leaving with the ankle injury. Mitchell shifting, dancing, and laying.
Veteran moves by veteran players here. Salvely sheds off her former Oregon Duck teammate, Sabrina.
Big news is here. The Fever of Kelsey Mitchell back for another season. She's a fan favorite and one of the best scorers in the WNBA. Mitchell's return makes Indiana's backcourt stronger. Last season, she scored a career-high 2 points per game and shot 40% from three-point range on the court. She's exciting to watch. She can change the game in tough moments and get the crowd fired up with her scoring off the court. She leads by example, helping younger players like Caitlin Clark and pushing the team with her hard work. Bringing her back isn't just about keeping talent. It shows the Fever wants to compete for a championship. This move keeps Indiana's backcourt as one of the most dangerous in the league.
Here's Caitlin with it now. To the corner, Mitchell. Guarded by the bigger Ezzy. Gets by her. Help comes. Tough shot, and Kelsey Mitchell is going to go to the line for the end.
Kelsey Mitchell started her time with the Fever in 2018 when she was picked 2nd overall, coming from Ohio State. She was known as a top scorer in NCAA history. Moving to the WNBA had its ups and downs, but over time, Mitchell became a key player for the Fever with her fast shot and long-range shooting. She is tough for defenders, able to shoot from anywhere on the court. Her skill in reading defenses and making her own shots is vital in close games. Mitchell has also gotten better at making plays, helping her teammates when defenses focus on her off the court. Mitchell is a strong example of hard work and loyalty. For the Fever, team fans have seen her grow from a new player to a strong leader, and her new contract shows she wants to help create a winning team in Indiana. The connection between Mitchell and young talents like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston is one of the most thrilling things to look forward to for the Fever's future on. The shock essay attacking high off the window, and that's not all. There are talks that the Fever wants a two-Sab forward who could be a great match for Indiana. She can score in many ways and has a good mix of size, speed, and basketball smarts. Last season, she scored almost 18 points per game and hitting an impressive 45% from three-point range in the EuroLeague. Besides, the numbers essay is known for stepping up in big moments, especially in important EuroLeague games where she made key plays for her team. Sutta Sab's basketball story is really interesting. She was a star at the University of Oregon and got picked second overall by the Dallas Wings in 2020 in college. She showed she could do it all, getting doubles and playing different positions in the WNBA. Sab became known as a strong forward who can shoot from long-range drive to the basket smoothly and defend against different players. Her time in the EuroLeague has made her skills even better, making her one of the top free agents this offseason. SA plays just right for what the Fever needs on offense. She spreads the floor and can create mismatches with her size and speed. On defense, her length and quickness help her or both forwards and guards, making her a flexible choice for different lineups. If the Fever can get Sabe teaming her up with Boston, and Mitchell could take the team's offense and defense to a whole new level. What makes these signings exciting is how they can change the whole team, with Mitchell taking the lead and Sable possibly coming on board. The Fever are building a team that's not just competitive, but ready to dominate. The Fever's strong moves this offseason show they really want to win by bringing in key players and going after top free agents. Indiana is making itself a place where the best want to play. This plan comes from GM Amber Cox, who wants a mix of star players and solid support. For fans, these changes bring a fresh sense of hope and excitement as the Fever look ready to compete in the WNBA.
Clark and Aaliyah Boston is one of the most thrilling things to look forward to for the Fever's future.
Right on the shot clock. Sabali attacking high off the window. Comley knocks it down. 4-point ball game. Agumbawale, 4 seconds. Sabali lets it fly. It goes in.
Being an inspiration to others like that. Brown out of timeout. Well executed play.
Fun offensive possessions from New York, though.
Sabali on the attack.
Think about the quick and exciting plays Sab could make with Clark and Boston. This group, along with Mitchell's scoring skills, could change how the Fever plays offense. More than just great players, these signings build a team that can adjust to different opponents and perform well under pressure.
Out of the shot clock. Got to get to work here. Sabali knocks down the three. One thing Dallas is good at doing, they have players that could break away from plays being run. They get big baskets here.
What does all this mean for the Fever? Picture a lineup with Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Sutta Sabali. That's a strong group that could compete with any team in the league. Offensively, the Fever would be hard to stop with great shooting, strong inside play, and flexible ball handling. Caitlin Clark can stretch the floor and hit tough shots, while Kelsey Mitchell scores when it counts, and Boston controls the paint on defense. Hard different players and mess up the other teams plays, making the Fever a tougher and more balanced squad. Alyssa Smith looking to take Thomas a tough T. Smith, able to spin it and seal the foul the first 2 games of the season. Here's Mitchell looking to dance into some space. Melissa Smith ribs in a 3. This lineup creates many game plans. A pick and roll with Clark and Boston would be tough for defenses, making them choose between options. The Fever can shoot from outside with Mitchell and Sab, which makes it hard for teams to block the inside. Boston's strength in the paint helps Indiana take advantage of smaller defenders and gives teammates good shots from the outside. This ability to change their game plan means the Fever can take advantage of any team weak spots. This lineup is strong on defense with a mix of speed, size, and smart play. Sab can guard players on the outside and inside, while Boston protects the basket with her shot blocking skills. Mitchell and Clark are known for scoring, but they can also use their speed to break up passes and create turnovers. As a team, they can put pressure on even the best offenses, making other teams rethink their strategies.
Here, I just want to start by thanking our ownership, Millie Simon and the Simon family and Mel Reigns for their incredible commitment and investment in Indiana Fever basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I want to be a voice on and off the court, and that was something that I wanted to put an emphasis on, just being really stepping into my leadership role. And I think that's what I can build on, and that's what I'm learning this season, really this half of the season, just embracing that role. And then in the second half of the game, I hope that will, carry along with me, and then I'll get some buckets and it will be even better.
This setup lets the team try different player combinations. The Fever can use a smaller lineup to run faster against slower teams, or go big to control the rebounds against smaller opponents. This ability to change things up makes them tough for other teams and helps them keep playing well all season long. The impact is huge with this group. The Fever wouldn't just be in the playoffs, they'd be aiming for a long run. Their skill to easily switch between offense and defense would make them a team that can outsmart and outplay others no matter what happens. For Fever Nation, this is more than just a good team. It's about creating a legacy of winning and competing for championships. Let's break down the numbers. The Fever started free agency with more than $657,000 in cap space, plenty to sign a few max contracts. With Mitchell secured, everyone is watching to see who they'll go after next. Will Indiana land another big-name free agent? Amber Cox has teased some big moves coming, so stay tuned for a big announcement soon. Thanks everybody for being here. I just want to start by thanking our ownership, Her Simon, and the Simon family and Mel Range for their incredible commitment and investment in Indiana Paper basketball. This cap space is a big deal. It gives the Fever the chance to sign top players